All right. So maybe I will do some like from scratch, and some I'll just ask you to just look at the key, right? So in each case, determine if there's 0, 1, or 2 possible solutions. So this is prompting you for it, okay? Make sure you show all your work. Justify your answer. That's where your marks are going to lie in. And you can guess, right? There's a 33% chance that you get this right. So I don't want you to guess. I want you to know for sure. So justify your answer, then proceed to solve the required side or angle. So here we have x, y, z. So how do we know it's SSA? Right here. We've got the angle and the side and another side. You know it's going to be SSA. So I want you to, first of all, look at the angle. It's an acute angle. If it's obtuse, I want you to make it look like you caught a fish, right? You're going back with the rod. So this is angle X here. This is side X. And this is the other side, right? I don't care where you would like to put it. You force it to go there. And make sure you go rod and string. If you want to go rod and string, regardless of which letters are given, you want to like label it yet. So some of you, I mentioned that on the AC, right? So let's figure this out. First of all, you want to compare string and rod, and then you want to compare string and height. That's how it goes. String is the main character, okay? String and rod, what's happening here in terms of the numbers, string is shorter than the rod. So you need to actually figure out the height. And the height is rod times sine of 13. And that is 3.37. And we have no units, so we'll just leave it like that. So now you compare your string and the height. Okay? And you notice that the string is, don't look at the length here, just look at the numbers. String is greater than the height, correct? So how many solutions do you have when this is the case? 2 solutions. 2 solutions. So this is, like I'm going to box this in. This is like very important to me. I want to see that. You're making, and if they contradict and you still say 2 solutions, I will notice, okay? So some of you just don't think about which way they're pointing. It's like he won't notice. I do notice, right? So nice try, right? So in this case, it means we have 2 solutions. So pay attention to this. I will have an issue with space here, but I will give it a go anyways. My first triangle looks like this. I want you to always focus on the one where the string swings out, okay? So we've got X. How do we know what this is? 15 is side Y. So this is angle Y, correct? And this is angle Z. There we go. And we call this Z1 and Y1, sorry, because these angles are going to be different compared to the next one. The 13 and the 15 and the 12, they always stay. They stay fixed, okay? They don't change. So the first thing you want to do is solve for, the only thing you can do, there's a pair, and 15 allows you to solve for Y1. So let's see if I can manage this. I don't want you to focus too much today on, oh my God, I got it all wrong. I want you to focus on getting this, understanding this, so just pay attention to this part. So this is 15. Y1 will be greater because it has a longer side, correct? Remember that? So sine of Y1 is equal to 15 times sine of 13 divided by 12. Okay? I'm going to continue here. That gives me, I'm on the wrong page here, give me 1 second. Sine of Y1 ends up being 0.2812. So angle Y1, or do I call this Y2 in the notes? I'm not sure. It doesn't really matter. Just make a distinction between the angles, right? Angle Y1 is going to be sine inverse of this, and Y1 is 16.33 degrees. So that is important. I will be looking for that. Okay. And let's figure out Z1 right away, because now you have two angles. So 180 minus 13 minus 16.33, Z1 is going to be 163.67. So what kind of triangle is this in terms of angles? It's an obtuse triangle, right? This one up here is really, so this is actually, if you could draw it to scale, is really flat, like really close to the ground. Yeah. Yes. Sorry, 150.67? Yeah, my bad. Sorry, guys. Yikes. But thank you. I have students that will help me out here. Even teachers need help, right? Math help. All right, so we've got that. And at this point, you can technically solve for that third side, Z1, right? Z1. How about I do that right away? I use cosine law if I can. So Z1 is going to be, if I focus on the top, this is SAS, okay? This 150 is right there. So I'm going to use 15 squared plus 12 squared minus 2 times 15 times 12 times cosine of 150.67. So this is what most of you will be able to do this no problem. It's doing the second one that's going to be the problem. Okay? So we'll figure that out together. But this right here gives you 682.853 and then some. So this ends up being 26.13 units. And I didn't give you units, so if you just wrote down that number, you're fine. You're not losing anything. And here is now where I do the second triangle. The second triangle is where this string swings in, right? So you've got this an obtuse right here. That's, I guess, so this would be X, this would be Y2, and this would be Z2 right here. And I know that this is 13, I know that this is 15, and this is 12. So it's like, it could be this, or it could be that, okay? How would I, Y2 is very easy to find. I don't want you to do sine law again. Do you remember that I mentioned how you find it? Y1 and Y2, like these two angles here, what are they? These two here. Do you remember? Supplementary, they're supplements of each other. Okay, you're all like, yeah, I know. I actually did my work, Mr. Dirksen, so I don't need you to remind me. Well, that's good. I like that. Yeah, so you just, you find this one and you use that one, right? You use this one to find Y2. I don't want you to do sine law again. So Y2 is going to be, I think this is the number that I copied earlier and I got it wrong, right? This is the number for Y2, right here. We're good? And then I can immediately find Z2. I can find this one now. This is sum of triangles. So this one is supplementary. This is sum of triangle. And if I call this, if you call this all Z1, Y1, and you call this one Y2, Z2, I don't care. You're just going to make sure you give me a diagram on the test where you differentiate between them. Okay? I will figure out the rest. So angle Z2 is 4 degrees. Exactly, right? No. It doesn't look right. Because this should be a decimal, right? Nobody's going to help me? Because you're not sure? I'm not sure what you did there. 3.33? Yeah. I don't know why I have 4 on here. 3.33. Okay, that's another one right there. And now you figure out this right here. This is Z2, right? Side Z2. So I use cosine law again, and it looks exactly the same. Okay, 12, 15, and 12 still, but now that little angle here is 3.33. So I use that here instead of 150.67. Okay, so Z2 squared is 15 squared plus 12 squared minus 2 times 15 times 12 times cosine of 3.33. Z2 is square root of that, and that's 9 point something. Okay. Z2 is, you're going to have to help me, it's not 3.14, is it? Because I used 4 degrees for some reason. Anybody have that number? (15 squared plus 12 squared minus 2 times 15 times 12 times cosine of 3.33. 9.6 is what's in the root, and root of that is 3.10. Okay, and this is Z2 right there. So now you've solved for side Z, and you can tell me that it's this. No, sorry, that's angle. Where's the side? Here. It's this or this. So Z could be this or that. Okay, two different answers for it. Okay. I'm just going to double check something. Okay, so this is how you solve a full-blown two triangle scenario. Okay, what about question 2? Question 2 is what? Is it SSA? There's your pair plus another side. So it's SSA, you know for sure. Okay? But this is an obtuse angle. So I want you to draw it like this. So this is 170 degrees. And that's angle M. So side M is over here. And side T is over here. Okay? We're going to call this rod and string. What's the only thing you need to check when it comes to obtuse? You never find the height, it's just string and rod comparison. So here we have that the string is greater than the rod, therefore one solution. I will make a note here. Note, if the string is less than or equal to rod, no solution. Okay? Even if they both had been 19, there's no way that will make a triangle. So you only have two options. It has to be greater than the rod, then you have a triangle. If it doesn't, then there's no triangle. Okay. And in terms of solving, you know what, guys? There's only one solution. So you draw it like this. This is 170. This is 19. This is 11. This is M. And if this is 11 here, that means that this is T. Right? If that's 11, because that's side T, then this is angle T, and this is angle B. And what is it asking for? It's asking for this side right here. Can you do it in one shot? No, you can't. But you've got a pair, and this side is going to solve for that angle, and then this angle is going to allow you to solve for that. And I'm just going to give you the side length here. B is going to be, too many B's there, is going to be 8.07 if you solve it. Okay? This is basically just a one triangle case that you've seen all along. So this is the answer. If you got it, great. If you didn't, maybe double check. Maybe you didn't put the numbers in the right place, because if you make this B right here, then you think that the 11 will get you there, but it's not, right? Because 11 is side T, which is across from angle T. So you got to make sure you don't mix that up, okay? All right, back side. I'm going to focus on justifying here mainly. So this is an acute. You've got SSA here happening. So you go like this. Angle B is 34 degrees. Side B, this is the pair right here. So side B is 2, side A is 4. Okay? You make this the rod and the string. So let's compare string and the rod. And you notice that the string is smaller. So now we're going to compare the string and the height. Find the height. The height is 4 times sine of 34. And let me just check. That is 2.24. Okay. And so you look at the string and the height, and the string is shorter than the height, so no solution. Don't even bother solving one of these. Okay. If there's no solution, you're done. Like moving on. It's impossible. If you were to attempt this, you're going to get a math error at one point. That's the, then you know, oh, I can't do it. Right, move on. And then the last one here. Let's see here. This is acute, so I'm going to make my triangle. I'm going to force angle B to be here. Therefore, side B has to be across, and the other side has to be here. Call it rod and string if that's what you want to use. If all you want is justify, just have that. That's good enough. String and rod, shorter, right? And then string and height, you have to find your height. So this would be 1,000 times sine of 39. And that gives you 629.32. And obviously string is greater, so 2 solutions. Okay, 2 solutions. I'll help you out here. Find angle Y. So it's just asking for the 2 angle I's, right, that you could find. So this is be the one I want you to start with. And then you have the other one that goes like this. B is here for sure. Okay, this is 1,000. This is 900 for both of them. This is 39. This is 900. This is 1,000 for both of them. B is here as well, so it stays the same. Now you have to make sure you put the other letters in the right place. 1,000 is side G, right? So that means that this will be G, and this will be I. This will be G, and this will be I. I call this 1, 1. This is 2, 2. Okay. And then basically you would stop at the place where you find this angle and that angle. Okay. That's where you would stop. It's asking for the 2 possible solutions for angle I. And I will give you that answer. Angle I can be, write this down, 96.63 or 5.37. Okay? 5.37. That's what you should be getting there. If you didn't, I will post the key of this online, and then you can check that. But I think I want to give you some class time today yet to do a little bit of review of your own. Okay? That's why I just want to make sure you have an idea of what needs to be done. I set it up for you. And make sure you do this acute first. And what do we know about these 2 angles? These are supplementary. Because if you find this one, you can easily find that one. I don't want you to do sine law again. It just takes way too much time. So these ones are equal to 180. So once you have G1, you can easily find G2. And then technically, once you've got the 2 angles, I1 and I2 very easy to find. You just use sum of triangle twice. Okay? So this one would be less work than the one we did up front. I don't know why I didn't leave you more room there, but that's just what it is. Okay?